that's why I didn't want to touch it. I wanted everybody to see it just blank.
Yep. So that's like how it comes out of the box. So if I remember correctly, Sindens are in the. Oh, it's starting to bleed together now. I think it's this 1402. That's what I gravitated to first, but I could be wrong. Oh, and you don't have that many devices, so we should see two guns that have, or two devices that have similar numbers. So here's 1401 and 1402. I'm going to guess 1401 is your player one. So if you want to go ahead and pick up your Sinden and point it at the screen, the way you confirm is that you bring the border up and get the device preview cursor to move.
Nope.
And I'm guessing not moving.
Nope.
Okay, so then we go to 14, I'm going to guess 1402 next. How about that? Is that moving?
Let's test it. Nope.
Okay, so I'm way off. So who are your guns? Let's try the 0F39, because I kind of remember that being a Sinden. Oh, that moved. So is that's up in the left corner?
No, that might be my other gun, because it's hidden.
Yeah, I bet that's player two.
Let me check it. Let me check it. Let me pull this other gun out of here. Nope, it's not.
Oh, weird. Who is that then? Maybe that's a spinner or something.
Maybe a trackball or something?
Yeah, I mean, you don't know until it moves. Let's try 0F02.
Okay, just constantly going through. Oh, there it is. That's gun one.
That's your player one gun. So all you gotta do is hit save config. And what you want to do is you want to remember, if you're gonna have a good memory, remember 0F02, 16CO. You need the VID and the PID. That's what you're gonna put in MAME, and it's missing.
Hang on. So we're on my phone, so I can't necessarily take a picture of it. So give me a second.
If you turn the border off, I can show you a snipping tool that I use that takes tiny little screenshots.
Sure. Let's turn the border off then. Boop. Oops, not that one. There you go.
So down here on all Omega drives, I've got snipping tool right next to OBS.
Okay.
And then you just click this and hit new, and you can highlight this little important box here, and we can save it to your pictures folder or wherever makes sense.
Pictures is good. Yeah.
So this is
gun one. Yeah.
Sinden 1.
Okay.
And we'll close that. And
oh,
then
that's cool.
Now we go to player 2 configuration. We'll try to find the player 2 gun.
Okay.
I'm going to go at 0F39 just for grins.
All right, let's see. Nope, that's not it.
Well, you need the border.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Whoop.
Yep.
There it is.
Oh,
look at you.
Okay. So now I need to try to, now you got to take the border off again, please.
Oh,
so I
sorry.
get the tool. And then we'll take another grab. So you'll always have these to go back to if we need to put the hardware IDs somewhere. So we have that our reference. That's player 2. Hit save. So now your Sindens are configured for like what this is for is the PC games like Friction, Haunted Museum, the Model 2 and Model 3 games, House of the Dead, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Nothing to do with techno pairing yet, but we're after MAME stable IDs. So the next place we want to go is the emulators folder, and then MAME IR guns, and then the controller folder. There's the Gun4IR config file.
But I'm doing Sindens, remember?
Oh, sorry. That's right. We're all the way back to the start over. Cut.
That's okay, no, because that'll be good for Sinden guns too, right? So you want to, or for IR guns, that's where you want to go to set this. And now we're going to go to Sinden. So everything we're doing in Sindens, similar in IR. Okay.
The emulators folder, MAME Sinden, the controller folder, and I believe I call it gun mouse because that's what the original guide was. That's what it was.
Okay.
So here's your PID devices. So I think one of yours is different from this, so that would make sense why. See how I already configured? I thought this was, of all Sindens ever made, this was going to be the hardware ID numbers. So let's see if that differs from your PID numbers. Go back to our Sinden 1. Your PID is 0F02, which is defaulted to gun code 2.
But that's gun code 1, right? Remember I told you there was my gun code, my 1 was not picking up. So let's check out what the gun... Yep.
So you see what I did there is
Yep.
I just, you don't need to move these around.
Right.
All you can do is want your gun 1 to be gun 1, we'll label it so, and
Right.
then you're, oh. And now let's check your second Sinden is 0F39. Okay, so that's why both of your guns, like out to lunch, they were
Right.
coming up to 4.
Right.
And you this one to be 2, and we'll change the other 2 to a 4. So if your friends ever bring over 4 guns to play a Gaia attack,
That's how we would do it.
you're good to go, because they'll just show up 3 and 4, and they probably don't care which ones they are.
Ooh, so in theory, that's where we could, in theory, we could fire up, if you have the USB ports and whatnot, and you got Gun4IR and you got Sindens. In theory, you can be running Sindens and Gun4IR at the same time.
Yes, untested, but you know
Actually,
that should.
I think it has been tested by Foster.
Oh,
I think he's
okay.
done 1 and 1. So,
Like in theory, that should work. I haven't done it personally, but in theory, that should work. So yeah, so now your gun 1, 0F02, and your gun 2 is 0F39. So they were all in here. They just were coming up guns 2 and 4.
well, this is cool because now you just basically we gave people the information on how to find their stable IDs, how to check or how to find their IDs, how to check which one is which, and then how to quickly change just what you find as the ID in this administrator tool. And so, like you said, the IR guns, it's going to be similar, right?
Yep. IR guns is the same process. So if you go into the controller folder and make IR guns after you find it with the D-Mill shooter, by the way, that's what this is. This setup player 1 and 2 guns.
Right.
That's, I didn't mention that before, but controller folder and then the Gun4IR config is literally like the same thing. I've got the joysticks in here. You don't really need that because no one's using Xbox controllers. But anyway, the 2 different Gun4IR codes that I know of are 8042 and 8043. But if you happen to make a gun with something different, or you want your player 1 gun to be 8043, change your numbers over here.
Cool, and that's it. That's all you have to do is just change the numbers over there, and the tool takes care of it for you.
Yep, all of them governed by this file.
And so this is MAME specific.
Correct.
Cool.
And if we want to give them some bonus material while we're in here, if you want to, like say you've got a trackball and you're trying to play Centipede and you have to constantly remap your trackball, you can do the exact same process. You go in here.
Let's do it.
Oh. So you might have a specific trackball that just doesn't show up for some reason.
Yeah, well, remember, but yeah, because mine is like independent, like straight up, and it might just be like not, I don't know. Yeah, it's because mine is straight to the mine is USB directly to my PC.
Okay. Well,
No hubs, no nothing.
We should be able to find it, but in theory, let me show you what we were getting at. In MAME, regular MAME, I set up a controller file just, it says EAJ, just for so most people have their trackball and the spinners mapped to an Ultimark device. They have them wired to that, and that's what I put the hardware ID for.
Yeah.
And if you have something different, which you probably do,
I would have to figure that out.
Might bounce around someday.
Well, the thing is with mine, ultimately, if I wanted to, I could just go into and just do kind of a global settings for my trackball. I mean, and then anything that's asking for a trackball, I have to set it that one time, or just set it when I play the games, and then it's going to be fine. My trackball doesn't jump. I can tell you that for a fact. Once it's set, it never jumps. So yeah. I've never had that problem. That might be because of how it's wired directly to my PC as well.
Anyway, we're not going to hit save because I don't want to break nothing.
Nope.
Player 1 was 0F02, but we're just going to close out of that. So that's how you find your hardware IDs, and that's where you put them if you're having trouble. You should be able to find it by just wiggling. But you can do the same thing for your spinner, too, if you have a spinner, but you don't have any.
You're correct. I like it clean.
Exactly. And then, so the last thing I wanted to mention is the only other place on the drive where you need to enter in stable controller IDs I always get them confused, either Sega Model 2 or Model 3. So for Sinden Model 2 guns, I believe in these scripts you can put in your stable controller ID, if I remember correctly. Or is it Model 3? Because it's the Ocean Hunter and it's Star Wars. Yeah, it must be Model 3.
Model 3, yeah.
So Supermodel, Sinden, and then, like, there's Ocean Hunt. Now where's this? It's the batch file. Or is that just for Gun4IR? I'm getting confused as to which one cares. Oh yeah, so that's right. Sinden has the controller remap executable, so that will actually reach out to your guns. See how it says Sinden remap?
Yeah.
And then assign them 1 and 2. And if they're flip-flopped, you just run it again and it'll flip-flop them back.
Okay, so you just click the Sinden remap and that's it.
To do the stable, so if you go into the IR light guns, oops, I just did the same thing again. The IR guns version single model 3, and if I open up Ocean Hunter, you'll see that the
Yep.
EID and VIDs are hardwired. You only need to do that for aim tracks and Gun4IR.
Right.
With Sid, it's just a matter of, do you care? You can either pass your gun to your buddy, or you can run that little configuration utility. And if I remember correctly, I have that configured in Omega where you can right-click the app and hit configure. Excuse me.
Cool.
That's it.
Right on, man. Well, thanks for your help. Hopefully this video will be helpful to a lot of those other people out there that kind of want a step-by-step tutorial, as it were, on how to figure out how this stuff goes, and to kind of see, like, my machine is different than everybody else's machine, and it's not that my machine is broken or Omega's broken, it's just my hardware is different. So
Hardware is different. That's why that makes this so interesting and fun.
right. All right, Adam. Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna kick off this record.